Hey folks, and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Scorn. It's a brand new game on Xbox Series X, S, and this has been in the development limbo for a very long time. And I'm happy to say that it is also available on Game Pass. And that's exactly why I'm making this video. Hey, I love Game Pass. And that's the beauty about it. You can just get your hands on games like this. And this is a brand new title, by the way. It's not an old game. So you download it, you like it, you can keep playing it over and over again. If you don't like it, just delete it from your library. And hey, you've got nothing to lose because it's not going to cost you any extra bucks. It's all included in Game Pass. Now, there aren't any graphical options when you start this game off. Um, there's just this brightness toggle, so you can adjust the brightness of the game, and that's pretty much it. But I don't think you really need those graphical options in a game like this. But hey, that's just personally me. Now, before I proceed, some viewer discretion is advised because this game is gory and it's got a lot of gore, a lot of blood, and a lot of people may not like the overall graphics of this game as well because it's got this organic, slimy kind of a person, or I don't even know if this is human because the game doesn't tell you that. So, in terms of the story, there isn't pretty um, much anything about it, at least not on the game time that I had. Now, I didn't have a lot of time playing this game. And by the way, this is not a review by any chance. So, this is just me downloading the game, playing it for, say, about 45 minutes, and just commentating over it, giving you my personal opinion. Now, this is what I feel about this game. Now, they're good games, they're bad games, and there are games like Scorn. What do I mean by that? Now, if you played Death Stranding, then you'd be able to relate to it. A very unique game, kind of weird, but unique. Now, I'm not saying that it means a bad thing, okay? And I'm not saying it means a good thing as well. It's just unique. So, a lot of people may not like the tone of this game, the visual presentation of this game. Heck, they may even dislike the gameplay of this game. But that is what is so special about this. Now, I think that there is a niche audience for this kind of game as well. But hey, it's a niche audience at the end of the day. Now, this will definitely not have a mass following, but it may have a cult following. Now, let me just give you some information about this game before we start off. Like all the other video game videos that I've made. Now, this game, it's been developed by a video game studio called Ebb Studios, I believe. Yeah, Ebb Software, just like you saw at the start of the video. Now, this is a Serbian developer, and they've been wanting to make this game for a very, very long time. Now, the video game is definitely inspired by the work of visual artists like H.R. Giger and Mr. Beksiński. I hope I'm not butchering that name. Now, the reason why I said that this has been in development limbo for a long time is because they've been wanting to develop this for the last, I believe, 5, maybe even 6 years. I'm not sure, maybe more than that. So the developers started off by starting this Kickstarter campaign. I believe the first time they were not successful, they were not able to raise funds for it, but there was a private investor or other private investors that saw the potential in the game and they invested in the game. And from that initial investment, they they even launched a second Kickstarter campaign, by the way, and they were rooting for say about 150,000 euros. They got that. They got the 150,000 euros funding, and hey, this game is finally here. So there's been a lot of talks in the gaming community about this game. A lot of people have been looking forward to this one, and I'm not going to give away too much, but I'm just going to tell you that the moment I saw this game, and I've not been following this thread or this game in any of the communities. I've not read a lot about it, so I've just come to this game as a completely newcomer to what this game has to offer. Now, in terms of the visuals that you get into straight away, First of all, there are not a lot of cutscenes. There is not a lot of storytelling that it's doing. Now, what this game does is that it just immediately makes you land in this unique world which looks or reminds you very much of the Alien, Prometheus, or Covenant universe. Now, let me know if you guys feel the same as well. And I think there's a similarity because of the fact that the visual artist H.R. Giger, he's also worked on with Ridley Scott for the Alien franchisee. So I think that's why you have certain similarities there. Now, the level design is absolutely insane. I think you're going to love that aspect about it. Now, the game definitely looks very different and it's atmospheric and it looks great on the Xbox Series S, by the way. I don't know what resolution this is running on. In case you guys know about it, then do let me know in the comment section. But I can tell you this, I was playing this on my 4K television as always, and everything looks sharp. I mean, it really looked nice. Now, that's what I found out with most of these newer titles, the games which have come out on Xbox Series X and S. They don't have those aliasing issues like the older titles on the Xbox Series X or the S. So this game looks sharp. The textures look nice, although it's not as sharp as one would expect on a PC or on the Xbox Series X, but it doesn't look bad. So in terms of the textures, I can say that this was definitely 1080p or above. Maybe it could even be 1440p. Again, I don't know. In case you have that information, let me know about it. Now, in terms of the frame rates as well, this looked really smooth to me. But in a game like this, I wouldn't really be bothered because for the first 45 minutes or so, there was hardly any action. Now, from what I've read about it, I mean, whatever little I've read about it, this game does not focus on the action element at all. In fact, I think only 20% of the game actually focuses on the action bit. This is more to do, I mean, this game has more to do with puzzle solving. So it falls in line, I think, with games like Myst. So you have to solve puzzles. That's what you have to do. And I don't know if I'm making this sound dirty, but you will have to put your fingers into a lot of holes, is what I can say. And I'll let you know about that in a short bit while it comes up on screen as well. But again, the visual presentation is outstanding. I mean, the atmospheric lights, and by the way, even the sound design is really good. I liked it. There's no hardcore music running into the background or anything like that. It has this very atmospheric feel to it. You will hear creatures in the background, in the right and in the left. And if you've plugged in a pair of earphones, like I did while I was playing this game, I was playing this, I think, at midnight, all alone in my den. And I had my earphones plugged on, the lights all dimmed down. And it set the tone, it set the atmosphere. And I was not disappointed in terms of the sound design. Even in terms of the visual presentation, I was really impressed. Now, it's not until you literally zoom in that you would face the softness in the textures. And you would notice that the textures may not be of that high quality when you're playing this on the Xbox Series S, because I was playing this on my Xbox Series S. So this is the bit that I was talking about. You literally put your hands into these glove-like things and into a lot of holes, and then you have to solve puzzles. So you'll be doing this quite often because that's what made up the 45 minutes of the gameplay that I had my, time spent with this game on. So this is that you could say the instrument, or like this console, you could say. And you would find them scattered all across because that is what you'd be using to solve puzzles. So again, yes, this is a first person. I wouldn't exactly call it a horror game because if you're expecting a game which gives you jump scares and all that, this is not it. At least not in the first 45 minutes for sure. In fact, the pacing of this game was very slow. I don't know if you have noticed this, but we are almost 10 minutes into the game, and there are hardly any cutscenes apart from the one that you got right at the start of the game. That's it. And I don't think there are any other cutscenes. In fact, there are no dialogues as well in the game. No cutscenes that which will tell you about this world. For one, I'm disappointed because I would have loved to know what kind of a world are you in? What does this world mean to you? I mean, how is your character all of a sudden in this world? I don't think they joined those plot lines, but I don't think the developers set out to do that. I mean, they just wanted to give you this puzzle game, this puzzle solving game, along with slight action elements like you could say like a first person shooter would. So last week I made a video on Metal Hellsinger, which was a hell of a time on the Xbox Series S, and it was real fun. It kind of reminded me of the good old days, when you had Doom and you would shoot around. Although I'm not a fan of first person shooters, but I kind of enjoyed Metal Hellsinger. And one of the other reasons was the fast paced action, and it was 120 FPS on the Xbox Series S. Man, beautiful. How can you say no to that? So coming from that game, coming from a really fast-paced game like that, and playing this game the very next week, I would say is a complete shift of tone, because there you're always at the edge of your seat, and here you kind of relax, you kind of sit back, and it compels you to think, because it will want you to solve puzzles. And personally, I'm not a fan of either first-person shooters or puzzle games like this. Like, I did not enjoy Myst. I know a lot of people may hate me for saying that, but hey, I think different strokes for different folks, and I respect what the developers have tried to do here. And like I said, there's definitely a niche audience for this. So people may enjoy this kind of a game where they have to solve puzzles, they're in this beautiful world. And although there are gory aspects to this game, but the world still looks very interesting. And that's why I think it was a missed opportunity. If they could just add some kind of a story element to it, to explain to us how you landed up in this world, what's its significance, things like that. But it kind of leaves you thinking on your own, which is not a bad thing as well. It leaves you to your imagination. The other thing that I thought was definitely missing, because hey, if you are an action RPG lover, if you like third-person action RPG games, then I think you're not going to enjoy this, because one of the things that I really look forward to in an RPG game is a map or some kind of a heads-up display, which tells me where I am. I found that missing here. There is no information, no tutorial that you get, no map, no direction where you have to go. So you're literally thrown into this world, and that's it. You have to do everything on your own. You have to learn everything on your own. And there are good and bad aspects about it. It kind of, makes you invest your time even more in this game. So that's the good part about it. But the bad part about it is that sometimes you can literally get lost. So for a person who is not used to a genre of game like this kind of a game, you may not enjoy. I think a little bit of handholding could have been appreciated. I believe that is missing, but this is the puzzle solving element that I was talking about. And this bit I enjoyed, by the way. This was the only reason why it kept me going for the first 45 minutes, because I was interested to find out, how do I solve this? How do I get over this level? So that bit I definitely appreciate. And whether you're a fan of Myst or not, I think that initial curiosity will be there in you as well, just like there was that initial curiosity in me. But can I do this for the next 4 to 5 hours? Personally, I can't, but that's just me. I'm not saying this game is good or bad. This has been rated, I think, pretty all right by, some of those game critics. In fact, even IGN, I was just reading about it, they had given it a score of, I believe, 7. Now, hey, I'll just summarize this. Overall, I kind of did not enjoy this game, but that's personally me. But I'll tell you, the production value of this game is pretty good. The sound design is excellent. The level design is excellent. The storytelling aspect is what I miss. The initial handholding is what I miss. But apart from that, if you want to get into a game which literally compels you to think and is not handholding you or anything like that, you have to do everything on your own without any help, this may be the game for you. So give it a try. It's on Game Pass. If you don't like it, you can always delete it. And that's pretty much it from my side. Hope you've liked this video. If you liked it, then I would appreciate it if you could hit that like and subscribe button, and also that bell icon in case you want to get notified with all my latest videos. Now, with that said, it's a wrap for this one, and I'll see you lovely folks in my next video. Until that time, I'll say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.